in today's video, we would like to cover 5 subjects that each and every of you maybe already heard us talking about in our live videos. We decided to call them 5 mistakes or 5 small errors, but honestly, I want to call them 5 crimes on keto diet. Why crimes? Well, keto needs to be the healthiest diet, the healthiest change in your life. And if you are doing it on a way that you're making it even more unhealthy than the standard diet, then there is definitely something wrong there. Do you agree?
Exactly.
So we are not keto police, let's call us Keto Crime Crew. So we will be covering these subjects in order to share our opinion, Greek Goes Keto opinion about mistakes that shouldn't be done by ketonians, by people who are following Keto Mediterranean lifestyle.
So you want your ketogenic lifestyle to be efficient, to be nutritious, and to have the best results. So you need to avoid these 5 mistakes and have the best keto Mediterranean diet of your life.
Exactly, live the best life, long quality life. The point is on quality, and in order to have quality life, you really have to take care of everything, nutrition, lifestyle, everything that is related. So let's start with number 1. Purchasing industrial keto labeled products such as keto protein bars, keto protein shakes, keto bread, keto cake, keto supplements, keto flowers,
chocolates,
sweets,
everything, whatever is labeled
as keto, which is coming from industrial production. So this is a big mistake because as long as you need to read labels and as long as you need to take care of the nutrients and micronutrients, then there's a big possibility that the industry will sneak some unwanted, unhealthy additives. So making a vast majority of your ingredients from industrial base, from industrial products, is a wrong approach.
Definitely, because as we know, industry is aiming to people that they don't have time to cook at home. Generally, they're too busy, so they label these products as keto or maybe even low carb, and to keep pushing them, paleo, whatever it is, name it, but they are filling these products with an enormous amount of additives and all these components that we don't need, because they have several side effects, even if they don't spike, for example, insulin, even if they don't raise our blood sugars, still they can harm our health.
Maybe they will not kick you out of ketosis, but they're gonna do some other damages on many levels, not only to your body, maybe also to your psychology, especially when it comes to sugar cravings and fighting against sugar addiction. So industry is not your friend, your kitchen is your friend. Farmers market, places where you can take whole foods, ingredients which you're gonna know their origin, and ingredients that don't contain additives, don't contain stabilizers, emulsifiers, or those shelf life prolongers.
And as we know here at Greek Goes Keto, we are preaching usually that we need to cook from scratch because we know what exactly we're using and when fueling our bodies. It's really important, and I think it should be in the postulates of Greek Goes Keto that we're cooking from scratch, we know what we're fueling ourselves, exactly, so we have results.
The way our grandmothers did, or ancestors. So the more you go back to the old-fashioned way of living, the better for you, healthier for you, and your keto will be cleaner, better in any way. Number 2, we now came to the number 2, Fathead Dough. This is an interesting subject, and we wanted to cover it actually on so many occasions in our live videos, in some articles, etc. Fathead dough is a crime. Why? Why, Mr. Nutritionist?
Number 1 is I think there are people that want to avoid total dairy products. There are the other side that they love dairy products and they want to include them in ketogenic diet. And there are people like at Greek Goes Keto that we want to separate this group and define what's good for us and what's not good for us. But when it comes to Fathead dough, contains products that we don't want to consume. For example, a million times we said that we promoting goat cheese, sheep cheese, and of course buffalo mozzarella. But as we said here, and we're gonna see that this fathead dough contains mozzarella, but this mozzarella is from cow's milk.
Fake mozzarella. It's usually a type of mozzarella that doesn't have short expiration date but very long expiration date. It has the consistency of yellow cheese, of typical yellow cheese, not white fresh mozzarella.
Semi-hard, we would say it's semi-hard.
A semi-hard cheese that has a lot of additives which help this cheese be gummy and create this effect of a glue, which helps fathead dough look better. Fathead dough looks better but is not better for you. First of all, this mozzarella is fake. It's fake because it's made with cow's milk, and second of all, it's made with a lot of industrial additives, and then it's the main ingredient of fathead dough. The second ingredient is cream cheese. Again, it's made of cow's milk, and in many cases this cream cheese contains additives to make it last longer. So it's industrial cream cheese, not the cream cheese you would make at home. We have a recipe for
really
such a
easy,
cheese.
2 only ingredients, and it's ready in less than 24 hours, and literally takes less than 5 minutes to make it. Just you have to refrigerate for 24 hours, and the next day it's gonna separate the whey, and you're gonna have your cream cheese additive free, and all of course the benefits from goat or sheep milk that you're gonna use.
But in fathead dough, people usually take industrial cream cheese. Then they want to melt it and make it into one easy to work dough mass. And to do that, they use microwave. I think on Greek Goes Keto, we published an article 2 years ago. You wrote this article.
Yeah, we've been in Athens actually.
Where you actually included so many studies and links and explanations why microwave oven will just make your food poisonous. You will not benefit from it. You will actually be consuming something that's unhealthy, and that's maybe even unhealthier than classic
and
pizza.
I think this is the trick where big food bloggers are relating their recipes to, because they want to use microwave to make fathead dough, or these 90 seconds breads, or even these mug cakes of again 30, 90 seconds, doesn't matter, which is really unhealthy, because let's be honest, we are nuking our food.
Exactly. What it means, nuking food. Well, why would you eat something that doesn't have nutritional value and also can cause health problems? You already switched to keto to get healthier, to get leaner and feel better. So why would you just do the same thing at home? The same thing that industry is doing, nuking and adding industrial additives. Yes, it maybe looks good, but fathead dough is not good for you. Number 3, this subject is really interesting. It talks about coffee. Everybody loves coffee. Well, vast majority of people love coffee, and ketonians actually have it in different during the day and different times, and most probably you are having it even during your fasting period. So biggest mistake here is the creamers. Now we're gonna talk about the crime of creamers. Whatever creamer you're using. Some people are using heavy cream, cow's milk cream. Some people are using powdered milk, which is the worst, I would say, overprocessed. Some people are using coconut cream or some other nut-based cream. Now all this, even adding coconut oil, butter, all these ways to make your coffee look lighter, not dark brown as coffee should look, but whatever you add to your coffee to make it look lighter and taste more like a dessert is a big crime. Biggest crime when it comes to fasting. Why is it not good to take bulletproof coffee during the fasting period?
A lot of people don't know it, and there is, I don't know how we created this misconception that will not break our fast. It doesn't matter that it's a pure fat like coconut oil, like butter, or heavy cream that doesn't contain carbohydrates, for example, but heavy creamers contain carbohydrates because it's from cow's milk, so contains lactose. We think that will not break our fast. of course it's going to break our fast because the organism needs to metabolize this thing. So we say goodbye to our fasting period and we're starting digesting food. Of course, we'll not have big spike in our insulin, but we'll have a problem by breaking very early our fast and the benefits from our fasting.
So we covered number 3, and we really think you should enjoy your coffee black in the morning. Don't break your fast. If you are fasting, then have your coffee black, unsweetened, and after you actually eat or after in your feeding window, you can add some goat cream, you can add some yolks to make avgocino. You can find a recipe on Greek Goes Keto, or you can even add some goat butter or sheep butter or even a little bit of goat milk. It will not be a problem if it is
always
within your
we are
feeding
aiming
window.
to plain things like Arabica coffee, plain, black without any sweetener, any actually I would call it additive that is gonna
Except maybe a little bit of cinnamon, stuff like this will not change it, but not in the fasting period.
Fasting we need things
black. And if you are having
plain,
problems to drink black coffee, try cold brewed or iced coffee. It really helped me.
Or herbal tea or sparkling mineral water or even water. And if you're gonna have water, it's good to take filtered water. Try to keep it as healthy as possible. We know that everything is contaminated nowadays, so we need the highest quality.
And I also would like to point out here, no lemon juice in the water during, not even apple cider vinegar during the fasting period. Just plain water, plain black coffee or herbal
And the only
tea.
sweeteners actually that will not break your fast are 100% extracts like monk fruit or stevia. If they contain erythritol as blends, usually the majority of people are using these blends, stevia blend or monk fruit blend with erythritol will break your fast because sugar alcohols must be metabolized.
For some people, even the taste of sweetness works like breaking fast. So try to stay away from it.
Avoid it.
Number 4. This is my favorite number, but definitely number 4 is not my favorite subject. So it talks about people who constantly, on daily, 24/7, are eating chicken and pork, and chicken and pork, and pork and chicken. It goes like a cycle. This is a damage to keto. This is a damage to keto from many points. First of all, from the nutrients, and then again, micronutrients. The most important one, omegas. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
We said that people mainly they're based, when it comes to ketogenic diet, we see a lot of bacon, a lot of pork rinds, of course pork chops and other parts of pork, and when it comes to chicken, usually we're using chicken breast a lot, just they're coating it with breading it if you want, with some pork rinds, which is even worse because both meats they contain a lot of omega-6. That means omega-6, it means that is inflammatory, promotes inflammation. We want our diet to be based in nutrients and of course foods that are rich in omega-3. Omega-3 are anti-inflammatory, and the best diet must have balance. It means omega-3 and omega-6 should be balanced so there is not inflammation or
you do need more omega-3.
Yes, omega-3.
So you need more omega-3, and both of these meats will give you more omega-6. So you don't want on daily basis pork and chicken and pork. In fact, you should avoid them, especially if you are in a period where when you want to heal, when you want to get in the best shape. So chicken and pork away, emphasis on lamb, veal, beef, and seafood.
Yeah, definitely fish. A lot. We see that all these recipes and these fancy recipes that are circulating around the web, they're mainly chicken and pork, sometimes eggs and avocado, and bacon, of course, and all these condiments that they're super rich in omega-6, and we don't want this. You need to have at least twice per week fish into your ketogenic diet, and of course not conserve. We want always fresh or frozen.
Number 5, which is also a very interesting subject, and it's totally related to Keto Mediterranean lifestyle. Keto Mediterranean is something that we promote on Greek Goes Keto on daily basis, on all our social media and also on our website. So what we can tell you here if you really want to intake more omega-3, you need to eat more food that comes from the kingdom of Poseidon, seafood, fish. People are making a lot of mistakes by not including enough of fish on their weekly basis. At least 2 times per week you should have something from the sea. Preferably it will be blue fish, but it can also be shrimps, it could be octopus, it could be calamari. There are so many beautiful things that are coming from the sea. Another mistake which people do here is they just don't eat seafood, they don't eat fish, but they think they are taking enough of omega-3 through pills, through supplements. What do you think about this?
Yeah, this is, I think, another mistake, because we talked a million times that supplementation has nothing to do when you have quality nutrition. If you have, as we said, at least 2 times per week fish, of course you obtain omega-3 from there. You don't have to take these capsules that not only they don't provide the necessary nutrients, exactly the omega-3 that we're searching for, just they are super expensive, and the best solution if we want to supplement with omega-3, because we believe that we need more anti-inflammatory properties from our omega, we can supplement only with cod liver oil, the traditional one, without additives, without sweeteners, without tastes.
Old-fashioned, the same like we are telling you should prepare everything the way your grandmother did. Well, you should also take your supplements the way they did back then. Fish oil on a spoon. If it's difficult for you to consume fish oil, then there is a recipe on Greek Goes Keto for a smoothie or a mousse, which includes fish oil, but it's masked with a lot of spices and blueberries, so you will not even feel the taste of it. Take a look at GreekGoesKeto.com. There are many recipes which also include high amount of omega-3 from their natural sources, such as quail eggs, such as seafood, eggs, but quail eggs in particular, and then fish, of course, bluefish, sardines, and shellfish, and some other interesting ingredients that you can find on Greek Goes Keto. So these would be 5 most important crimes that we actually noticed recently in the keto universe. At Greek Goes Keto, we want for you and for all the ketonians who want to follow our approach to ketogenic diet, healthiest as we think it is, because Mediterranean is one of the healthiest diet approach if you exclude the carbs, isn't it? Everything has to be fresh, prepared at home, everything has to be prepared.
We said from the scratch, we need everything from the scratch to have fun in the kitchen, feel motivated. We want to fuel ourselves and our children with really good nutrient-dense food.
That's why Keto Mediterranean lifestyle is the best lifestyle you can apply, regardless of your location. Maybe you are located in another continent, but still you can live like a true Mediterranean. So stay ketonized.
To the full potential, and always positive.
And always positive.